If this newborn baby is born without anger, so where does anger come from? If this child is born without hate, then where does hatred come from? If this child is born without believing that someone is better than another. Thank you. Tonight, somewhere around the world, a child is taking its very first breath. This child taking this breath does not know what race is, does not know religion, doesn't know politics, doesn't know prejudice, does not know hatred, does not know what success means. It arrives empty. Not empty of life, no, but empty of everything we desire, everything that we spend our life defending. So my question to you tonight is this: if this newborn baby is born without anger, so where does anger come from? If this child is born without hate, then where does hatred come from? If this child is born without believing that someone is better than another, where did that come from? Fellow Toastmasters, think about that. The answer is very uncomfortable. We taught it. Not through our words, but through the way we lived. I'll tell you guys a story. Some years ago, I attended a funeral of an old man. I was invited to this funeral and I sat there. I was expecting to hear his achievements. But guess what happened during this funeral? Next thing, a lady came, stood at the door where the body was. She stood there, through the tears, a smile. She points. I remember back then when I lost my husband. I was worried, how would I feed my children? This man, for 3 years, this man, every Friday will come and place groceries right in the front of our door. And he will sneakily leave because he doesn't want anyone to thank him. For 3 years, he kept doing that. This man. Another guy came. This man. Everybody was laughing at my dreams. Only this man look at me and tell me, keep going. This man. Another guy came. This man. Any occasion I spent even 5 minutes with him, and I left feeling I could be a more better human being. This man. This man believed in me. This man is the one. So the attributes keep coming in, pouring. And there I was. Something struck me. This man is dead. This man is gone. His voice is gone. But guess what? This man still lives. He still lives in what he deposited in the people he must have met. That is to say, we often say that death is the end of life. Death is the opposite of life. But I come to realize that death is actually revealing all we have been depositing all along. So today, fellow Toastmasters, what are you depositing? Before we arrive here, we arrived in a world that was already waiting for us. People before us had deposited hospitality, compassion, they've deposited hatred, and we did what? We came here and we inherited all those. So tonight, I ask you, Toastmasters, what are you depositing? Just like that child was born earlier, it's still laying on someone's arm, empty, But this child is going to be filled with all that we are made of. So what are we made of? We keep calling it names, ADHD or whatever, depression, anger, beliefs, and those are the things we're going to feel that little child. And let me let you all understand, you're not raising any little child. I want you to understand that you are creating a generation, future generation. You are creating the future world. So this is why I always suggest that we be conscious, because if you're not conscious, you'll be feeding this little baby based on all that is being made of you. So this is why consciousness is very required in our today's life. For us to be conscious today and intentionally know what we are depositing, because we keep depositing in every communication we make, in everybody we meet. You are depositing something into each and everybody you meet. That way, no matter that you've even left here, but the deposit that you left in people in this world still lives on. So if you're depositing negativities, actually you are creating the future generation of negativity that the people that will come after you will breathe. So I urge you today, fellow Toastmasters, to live intentionally, live consciously, because the consciousness that you have today is free. The consciousness that you have today is greater than whatsoever that you might have inherited here. So why don't you become conscious today and create and deposit intentionally? For when people keep saying, oh, I need a better world, I think the question shouldn't be, we need a better world. The question should be, what am I depositing into the world today? Thank you very much, Toastmasters.